Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to English Football Club Barcelona, your Barcelona's channel in English. So, we have some news to talk about, but today we have a special video. So I'm going to pass the news a bit fast, and we're going to do a summary of what's Xavi's system. That I'm going to try to explain as good as I can. Of course, I'm not Xavi. I'm not going to be able to give you the extraordinary explanation that he gave. I'm going to try to do just a translation, a summary, because the video is it was a bit long. But I hope, like this, you understand how Barcelona is supposed to play if Xavi comes. That we are going to talk about that in a moment. So let's start. Well, the first news that Sergi Barjuan, the manager of Barcelona's B, has taken the club. He will be the manager of the team, of the first team, for the match of tomorrow that we have against Alaves. We will talk about this match later because they have the press conference. But yesterday he knew his players, and then he started the training session around 6 p.m. a bit earlier, and well, we will talk about him later. What I saw, more or less, I like it. I saw the part of the training session that it was intense. I think not that intense to make the players be exhausted and to they not be able to train, but it was, in my opinion, a bit intense, more intense than when Koeman was there. But well, as I told you, it's not my favorite manager because, as I told you the other day, Barcelona B is not in the best position. With García Pimienta, Barcelona B was always up to or able to be promoted. And in this club, in this moment, we are 11th with the half of the points able to get them, or less, I think. And yeah, less. We saw that yesterday. So if I don't remember wrong too, if I don't remember wrong too, no, I want to say something that I was thinking before. Of course, Sergi Barjuan is a new manager. García Pimienta knew the team since 20 years ago, probably. I don't remember, but García Pimienta is a new manager, and he needs time to adapt and to insert or to give the ideas or the clues that he wants. But, well, I'm a bit agnostic about this change. Anyway, one of the main effect players that can be is Luc de Jong. His credit may be lost, and I'm reading that probably in January he will leave. One of the teams could be the Astar. I don't remember. One team from Turkey. So probably Luc de Jong will finish his loan in Turkey, and he will not stay in Barcelona. We will see what happens on Saturday. Also, it depends on our the disponibility of the players that we have in this moment. Remember, we still have some players injured. Ansu Fati still is not with the group. Yesterday was not in the group. Dembele, yes, but let's see what the team does with Dembele because he didn't renew yet, and also Frankie de Jong and Pedri seem not to be able yet to play, so we will see what players we have. And with the arrival of Xavi, it seems that Sterling gets numbers to come to Barcelona. It seems that Xavi wants another wing. Don't ask me why, because I think Depay and Ansu Fati are very good. They have the qualities, but also I'm not Xavi, so he knows what he wants. He's not one of my favorite players personally. He's not playing at all with Guardiola, and there is a reason for that for sure. So, well, we will see now anyway. That was the information I read yesterday, and now, yes, we will talk about Xavi. I want to present you this later. I'm going to talk about this too. Well, talking about Xavi, it seems that he's not going to be able to come until November 3rd. Why? Qatar, the Emir, the president of the Al Sadd, doesn't wants him to stay. Actually, yesterday they started putting in social media, a lot of messages from the fans of the club asking Xavi to stay. Actually, the club asked him to stay too. And the president said no problem. If he gave his word, like if Barcelona comes, I will let you go. But it seems that the team wants 1 million euros, and Laporta said that he's not going to pay anything. So the option that Barcelona gave to Al Sadd is to play a friendly match in Al Sadd, in Qatar. No, we will see. I think it's a good option. We can wait for Xavi to come until this November the 3rd, because they are going to stop La Liga, or the Qatar's league, on that date, and then Xavi will be free to come. That's what the president of the club wants, his club, because they want time to get a new coach. We will see what happens. I think that if the Emir says, okay, if you stay until November, maybe we'll let you go for free, I think that could be a good option. In my opinion, we can wait. It's going to be waiting just 4 days. It's true that we have the Dynamo Kiev's match in the middle, the second November the 2nd, but well, for paying 1 million for 4 days, I think we can skip it. And anyway, if we pass the Champions League, what options we have to get after the first match, or the 16th, the run of the 16th? No, so I don't know. That's Laporta. Laporta said he's going to let Xavi talk with the Emir, let him negotiate. So we will see. Anyway, I saw Xavi's, more or less Xavi's ideas in the video I told you. More or less, he's going to, well, not more or less, he's going to keep playing with a system of 4-3-3 or with a 3-4-4. If you ask me, I think this is his ideal starting 11 by the moment. More or less is the same we have. The only thing that did change is that Frenkie de Jong, until he doesn't improve, I think he's not going to have place. Xavi has played quite well. Pedri has played quite well. If Memphis and Ansu Fati are well, I don't think he's going to put other players. Dembele didn't renew. I don't think he's going to count on him. And I think we don't have a better striker in this moment than Kun Agüero, but he has to get back on shape. No? But if we play with a 3-4-3, because that's the other option, and that's how I saw his system, probably Eric Garcia is not going to have those many chances. And why I'm saying that, because even though Piqué, we can complain about Piqué, about his problems, etc., I think in this moment Piqué is still the most the player that gives more guarantees. Okay, so let me explain you more or less how this team is going to play. I'm going to use the other system, and I think I'm a bit big, so let me put me there. Perfect. So this is going to be the system, the 3-4-3. He will play with 3 defenders, with a middle, with a back, 2 right and back and left defender, right back and left back, then 4 pivots, or pivots, I'm not sure how to say, and then 2 interiors. I put Frenkie de Jong there, but it should be, well, yeah, Frenkie de Jong, but should be Gavi. Anyway, and then Ansu Fati, Agüero, and Memphis, as I told you before. No? So what's the idea? The idea is to have superiority and to open the field wide. So his idea more or less is what he learned from Guardiola. With Guardiola, they did this, to put the wings open and depth as much as possible, to be with the wings, with the back, with the defenders. And Agüero, of course, as a striker, he has to be with the backs. Then to put the 2 interiors in the middle in a group of 4. Why? Because later, well, this, I forgot to do something. Like this, they will have later 4 options. If Pedri has the ball, for example, he has a Busquets, Ansu Fati, or Agüero, or even more, he has this one. I always forget the names, guys. He has Alba. And then, like this, he also having the 3, if they play with a 4-4-2, like this, having 3 players here in the middle, they create the superiority. That's what he bases his system on, having the ball to create chances and on creating superiorities on the field. Okay, so If he said if they play with a 4-3-3, then we will put 4 backs. Anyway, what happens if we have the ball here? Well, we imagine that ball. Now it's Ter Stegen who has the ball. Then he needs one of the pivots. Probably he will do that, because if not, what I say, it's a bit weird to put the Alba to receive the ball and send Busquets to the Alba's position is a bit, I think, in my opinion, I think it's a bit weird. So he's going to put Busquets and Piqué, probably, if whoever it is there. Then he will give the ball. The most important is that we have a free man here. In this moment, the free man will be the free man will be Nico Gonzalez. But if the opponents, the rivals, make a movement, probably we will have to send the ball to Pedri. But even though, like this, you see, we have a 4 against 4 already, because Ansu Fati, Memphis, and Agüero are already there. But what he wants is to get as quick as possible up. So as I'm saying, if they move on the other side, if they do a movement, then De Jong will be the person who will receive the ball. No? Anyway, the most important for Xavi is to get as soon as possible on the rivals area. And if it's possible like this, creating superiority in the midfield. He explains that normally they defend with a 5-4-1, that I've seen this possession many times, even though I've seen even 6 players sometimes. So it's crazy sometimes. They play like a 6-4, literally. There are no players up. But anyway, he says that most important is to generate a triangle here in the middle, because like this, Nico Gonzalez, in this case, or one of the pivots, can go up to the line of D4. And having the ball, for example, if one of the defenders of the other club comes like this, he can pass the ball to De Jong, and De Jong is already facing the goal. Or the other option, if the defender comes to cover De Jong, what he can do is to give the ball to Kun Agüero and then pass back to De Jong, who is facing the goal already, and can pass to Memphis, or Agüero can do a movement, or even though Pedri can get from second line, etc. That's very important. And also, if they close, if, for example, we don't have a space in the middle, what the players can do, or what Nico in this case can do, is to give the ball to Jordi Alba and Dest. Imagine we give the ball to Jordi Alba. Okay? So in this case, what Pedri or one of the interiors should do is to go the depth, to get in the area, to try to attract the defender. Like this, we generate a space, and we will have Kun Agüero playing against one of the defenders, because the other back is going to get in the area, and look, Frenkie de Jong will have the other. But imagine that they basculate, as I told you, they basculate, and then this defender the back doesn't eat what Pedri did, and then Pedri gets offside. So what Pedri should do is to come back, but have to do that superiority in that side with Ansu Fati. So like this, we'll have Alba, Ansu Fati, and Pedri playing against 2 players or 3 players if the center backs or if the midfielders come to defend here to Jordi Alba. But what happens also, Pedri can do the other movement instead of getting in, getting out. So he can come to Jordi Alba. In that case, then Ansu Fati has to move inside the area, because they have generated a space that Barcelona has to take profit of. And then what Alba should do is to send the ball there to Ansu Fati, and then we have another chance. As I told you, he explained many things in attack. I think this is a very easy example of what he explained, but he said that especially they train a lot of this. But what happened if they have the ball? What Xavi likes is to pressure high, because pressuring high, you can get the ball fast, and also you can get the ball in the other side, or in the rivals side, you know. So what you do if they have the ball, then you have to put Pedri, Agüero defending one of the backs and Pedri defending the other one, because the goalkeeper is going to give the ball one of them. And like this, Nico Gonzalez, instead of staying in the position where he is, he will be defending one of the midfielders there, one of the interiors of the other team. And then like this, the other team will have one man free. If you remember, more or less is what happened here. So what happened here, then the other team will have to pass the ball to for example, the Pedri, if they had Pedri, no? But what we have to do in that case to put Busquets in that position and leaving Piqué alone. That's dangerous, yes, but it's what we have to do. And then if they play the ball fast to the goalkeeper gives the ball to the defender gives the ball back to the goalkeeper, what we have to do is to don't let Pedri should close that pass again, and like this the goalkeeper will have nobody to pass and will send the ball to Piqué, or probably to the Busquets. Okay, I'm talking about where they are. Okay, to the rivals who are being covered by Piqué or Busquets. That's what I mean. And then the team, if that happens, that's what he calls the second ball. If that happens, all the team has to come back 1 meter behind, 1 meter behind. Well, 1 meter in front of the rivals. Like this, if we get the ball, imagine Piqué deflected the ball. Like this, the rivals will not get the ball. We will get the ball. And then we can start again over to generate our play. Okay, so as I told you, I found this information. Of course, Xavi explained it in Spanish. I tried my best to try to generate this explanation, and as brief as I can, because it was like 50 minutes, if I'm not wrong. So guys, that's all. That's what Barcelona is expected to be playing if Xavi comes, and it's really promising. If you didn't see any video of Al Sadd, please watch one of them, because if you really like football, you will enjoy seeing how this team plays. And I think if Xavi comes, Barcelona will be again playing as well as we played with Luis Enrique or with Guardiola. So that's all, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you in the next one. Have a nice day.